Ever wondered what it's like to work in the apparel and fashion industry in Chicago? Listen in as we chat with experts across a variety of roles and get insight into their jobs and career paths.
Our whole business model is essentially sustainable. It is more sustainable, like even if, I mean, not to be crass, but we could make dresses out of baby seals and we'd still be more sustainable than mass marketing or mass merchandising in a way, right? Because we are literally making a single unit. People are being highly compensated. We're working wherever possible with zero waste facilities and sustainable garment. If people want sustainable fabric, we can definitely bring that in. But even just the fact that we're not making 100 of something helps. Also, the fact that we're making it for your body means that we've got a 50% chance higher of fitting you and not being thrown away than any other garment out there. So again, reducing returns, reducing the carbon emissions, reducing fabric uses, reduce, create efficiency and happiness. We believe that our methodologies at scale could knock 10 to 20% off of the carbon footprint alone. I feel very connected to Chicago's fashion, again, whether they'll have me or not. Chicago has been, thank God I found my people here at AIBI. I'm not a fashion capital F person. I should have said that up front. I'm not a glamour person. I do go to the parties, but I'm the one over in the corner just watching. I was not drawn to this industry because of the glamour and the glitz and the parties. I was drawn here because I want to solve problems. And I love the Midwest and Chicago about that because we're like kind of humble, like, yeah, let's just get it done. Let's find a way. And the people here have been so nice and so welcoming to me. And so asking dumb questions all the time. I'm always asking questions like, how's that done? Who's that? What, really? I feel like a constant newbie and no one that I know of has made fun of me yet. So yeah, I love it. So I actually am on the board here at AIBI and I do try to support any and all of the fashion things around here. I'm on at a local university. I'm on their advisory board as well. So wherever I can give back and get my hands into supporting the local fashion community, I am all there. I would very much like to see a lot of support by Chicago itself. I would love to see more capital coming in from the financial side. So I'd want to have better dialogues with investors and investment markets who are looking at investing in manufacturing, in fashion tech, and some of these bigger opportunities. I don't think we're having those conversations yet. So I definitely want capital to come in and I want the conversations happening to facilitate that. I also want conversations going on with like big tech, right? So AI and quantum computing are huge here. Those have application in fashion tech. So I definitely want to have more participation from those folks in what we're trying to solve. I think it would be very helpful. We have so many universities here, ton of brain power in this community that should be coming in and helping us to accelerate this. I also want to see more training and education, and again, selfishly, particularly on the technology side of things, because I think we focus too frequently in the schools around the art side. It's sort of like manufacturing lights, like I can sew a stitch, but I can't necessarily make a pattern, or I can't figure out how to make something 3D. So I really want to see a lot more training and just bringing people in. Like, it's a fun industry and everybody's got a place here, but I don't think most people know that. The pandemic was certainly the biggest impact to these companies. So as I mentioned, the pandemic just tore a hole in our projections and our sales and everything about the consumer-facing marketplace on Balodana.com. That really hurt. But this is not my first rodeo, and it's not my first global recession either, because it affected our supply chain, which was new. That was definitely a double whammy. It affected the economy, it affected buying patterns, and it affected our supply chain on every single country that we work with. We work with 10 countries. All of them were not able to make anything. I couldn't sell anything. That was really rough. But I've been in technology a long time, so the 2 prior recessions also impacted me. The first .com crash in the year 2000, we survived that. It was very painful. I had a web development company at that point. We got through it. We all took pay cuts, we hunkered down, and we survived and thrived. And then there was another global recession in 2008. That one did actually decimate my media startup that I had at the time. And that was no fun, but we were able to salvage the intellectual property and sell that to one of our partners. So I've been through some downtimes. I have resilience. I'm the last person who should be giving fashion advice to anybody, to be honest. I always feel funny when people ask me this question. I'm like, you know what? I can just say what I found, which is that there is a place for everyone, but don't just take advice and don't assume that what they're telling you is the only way through this. Because the first conversation I had with someone in this industry who was from the old school, capital F, very big name, fancy brand, told me what I was doing was unnecessary, stupid, that no one would go along with it. So you don't necessarily listen to all the advice out there. To be honest, I think learn business faster than you learn sewing, right? Or at least at the same pace. Learn the fundamentals, understand that there are a whole lot of people out there who want to be in fashion and are not taking their skills beyond, drawing pictures or doing some retail merchandising or something. That is very lightweight entry level. That is like table stakes. For you to get beyond that, you're going to have to figure out what works best with your skill sets and double down and make a lot of friends along the way and share and try to avoid that scarcity mindset that I think affects and infects a lot of people in the fashion industry. They feel like they have to hide in a closet and not share. And the way you grow is through sharing, through communication, through collaboration. I'm working on so many exciting things. So technology. That's most of my world is technology. And so I'm working on ways of enabling faster fashion that is still customized and is not fast fashion, if that makes sense. And to do that, we're going to need large language models, we're going to need AI, but we're also going to need some fundamental blocking and tackling, because you can't just throw AI into a world where there are no standards and there's no understanding of how a human thinks about a pattern. So when you design something and you're creating a garment and you're draping it, all of that has to become machine learning, right? So someone has to transfer that. So one of the things that we're working on, I started a group, it's an ad hoc group of people all over the world called Open Circle Apparel Coalition. And we've been working now for 2.5 years on this concept of, can we scan bodies and make clothes to fit those bodies? Can we literally go from body measurements outward to the garment as opposed to garment down to body? So can we do it that way? And so we started out in 2022 scanning 12 women with 4 different body scanners, and then trying to create parametric patterns out of those for a pair of trousers. And we've just tried on our first pair of finished trousers. They were a disaster. We knew they were going to be, because we knew this doesn't work yet. Things never work until they do, but we have to start the foundation. So that is actually fun for me, is being part of this academic circle of brilliant people who are leading me through the problem solving and allowing me to do what I do, which is bringing everyone together under one tent. So that's fun.